Welcome to a special edition of What Do You Need to Know to Live in Costa Rica? With all that's going on in the world, is now the time to move to Costa Rica? That's what we're talking about.
That's right. Obviously, we're in some very interesting times in our world, and we are getting more and more and more people reaching out very quickly saying, I need to move now. So Aaron and I thought that this is the right time to do another, let's just pause and think through, is this the right time to move to Costa Rica? I am Patrick Jager, joined as always by my good friend, business partner, and someone who has moved to Costa Rica, Aaron Bailey. Hey, Aaron.
Hello, Patrick. Yeah, it's crazy news that's going on, adding to the crazy news that happened last week. So it just keeps
Yeah.
coming, right?
Yeah, and I think we're going to start this. I mean, obviously, we normally say if you want to know more, subscribe and do all those things. You've probably watched our videos before.
Yeah.
We just want to get to the crux of this today. A lot of people are very, very scared. And we see every time that there is big fluctuation in people's fear, we get spikes of people that want to be thinking about Costa Rica. We are happy to talk to you. We think this is really important to talk to you, but we also wanted to take this time to help you think through and just take a pause on what your reasoning is that you're thinking about Costa Rica. If the reason you're thinking about Costa Rica, and you've never really thought about Costa Rica before, maybe you've talked to your uncle who just got back from vacation and said, God, I could move there one day. And now you're like, I need to move and I'm going to move tomorrow. We need you to pause, because chances of you moving here and being successful with that as your background is zero. Your long-term success moving isn't going to work. Pulling a geographic to try to avoid what's going on in our world is not going to work, because it's hitting everybody. Oil prices are changing for everybody. Supply chain is changing for everybody. So being in Costa Rica, it's very different than being in the United States or Canada or parts of Europe or the Middle East. And our heart goes out for everyone that is in harm's way. But please know that first and foremost, being scared is not a reason to change your country. I know that's a big, heavy statement.
The fear is valid, right? Like, I think it's important to name the fear and to sit with it and examine it, not to get all woo on us all. But
no, but it's right.
You know, if you're in that fight or flight mode, you're right. You're not going to make decisions from a good place, and so it's really important, as you said, to take a pause, take a deep breath, turn the news off. Go for a walk, and I'm telling myself this more than anything, and so that you can have a much better place from which to have the conversation with yourself, with others in your family. Is now the right time to move to Costa Rica?
Yeah, and I've kind of said it before, but Costa Rica is not a fantasy, nor is it a loophole that's going to get you out of something. It's not an out, it is a move. It is a total change of life. We said recently in a video, it's type A people, AKA Westerners, moving to a type B country. It's jarring for those that are prepared. If you haven't prepared, it is overwhelming. It can be a wonderful home, but it's not an escape hatch. It's a real country with real trade-offs. It also means that you're going to become an immigrant. That includes adaptation, humility, and patience. So if you want to live the life you live, wherever it is you live now, you want to live the exact same life, but you want to do it outside the United States, and Costa Rica is where you're thinking, it's not going to be the same life. So really think through, why am I moving? Why am I doing this? Being afraid of where you are can be a reason. but it cannot be the reason.
Right. And I think you have to be honest with yourself about a whole host of things, right? Money, bureaucracy, friction in your lifestyle. Costa Rica is not some, as you said, some magical utopia that things are just perfect all the time.
Yeah.
It's not cheap. Some things cost way more here than they do in the U.S. Your residency and your legal status matter. So many people can't just move tomorrow and be fine long term. Day to day can be better, but oftentimes you get these phone calls from me like, what the F did I do, Patrick? Even 5 years in, I'm still having those days of like, what did I do? Those days are becoming fewer and fewer. But it sticks with you for many, 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 many years. And it takes a long time to be an immigrant. It takes a lot of effort. And it's not some magical panacea that you can just move here and shut off the rest of the world, shut off, what's going on in the Middle East, and what's going on in North America, and just live this idyllic life.
I'll be honest. I am, and Aaron, we're luckier than most because we have a company that helps people do this, but we have a company that's based in the United States that allows us to work in Costa Rica, so we have income. A lot of people that are going to do this are like, I'm going to quit my job, I'm going to move. I'm scared. I understand. But you're not going to be able to find work in Costa Rica. You're not a Costa Rican citizen or a permanent resident, so you're not going to be able to find work. Maybe you'll find something under the table, but it's going to be something at the lowest scale. The biggest thing you need to think about in is this even doable is finances. Do you have the ability? Now, this might just be, I need to get out of the country for 6 months. I need to get out of Dodge and clear my head. Great. Do you have the money to be able to live for 6 months, maybe having to live in an Airbnb or a hostel? And actually, I don't think you could live in a hostel for 6 months. I don't even know if they'd let you. Do you have the money to do it? It might not be Costa Rica that makes the most sense for you. It is not a cheap country. But if you really, really want to talk through that, at the end of this, we'll tell you how to set up time with us so that we can help you figure that out.
I think, overall, so many people come to us asking the question, how do I get out? And that's the wrong question to ask. I think people, and we try to help reframe this question, right? The better reframe is, what kind of life do you want to build? What are you willing to change to build that life? If your main driver is fear, let's still talk and let's talk through this, schedule a call with us. But we're going to call it out and we're going to be realistic with you because we've talked to hundreds of people.
Oh, way more. Yeah.
And we know who has a chance of making it here and who does not have a chance of making it here. So we really want to present you with the realistic picture and not sugarcoat anything.
And that brings up something that I think is important. If Costa Rica isn't right and you ultimately want to move to Belize or Mexico or what have you, the biggest suggestion that we can give you on how to do that well is you need to really integrate. It's not about, this is not me trying to shame people that come in and want to be all gringo, but people that want to be gringos and live your life that you live in the United States or Canada or Europe or wherever you are now, and you think you can just replicate that life here, you're not. If you want to truly be humble and act and learn how to respect local culture, learn some Spanish. You don't have to be great at it, but you have to show that you're willing to try to put Spanish ahead of English or French or whatever you speak. Understand that you're a guest in someone else's home. The more you can come with the right intention, the more this might be successful for you. And again, success doesn't have to be a permanent thing. It's not binary that it's either forever or not. But even if you want to come for 6 months, just to get away from the pressure, and trust me, I get it. I would love to help you do that. Aaron would love to help you do that. Our job, though, as you can see, is really to help you be devil's advocate, because what we don't want to do is paint a rosy picture that this is going to be a perfect thing. There's a lot of hurdles if you want to make this. So please know that our job at the end of the day is to get you to a place where you understand your own North Star about why this is the right place for you. And if it is, let us help you find it.
I hope this has been a good chance to take a deep breath as you've listened to this and realize that everything's going to be okay, and that Costa Rica might still be a good place for you. Or maybe, as Patrick said, it might be a good 6 months for you and your family. I just talked to a family yesterday who are coming down for 9 months. They have an in and they have an out. They need to be back in their home country in 9 months. And we're going to help them kind of think through what those 9 months look like, where they're going to live, how they're going to do it. We love doing that. So reach out to us, hola@yourpuravida.com. Go to our website to schedule a call, yourpuravida.com/links. Lots of really good information there. We hope this has been helpful, and hope we've been able to inspire you to take a pause and reassess what you're currently thinking and feeling. And we look forward to seeing you on a future video. So until next time, Patrick,
Pura Vida.